Hi, this is Mark with Mark's Minerals Videos, and today we're going to be cutting some chalcedony. Important tools. You're going to want some light. You're going to want some eye protection. You're going to want lots of water. Dental tools come in handy. A Sharpie marker or a aluminum pencil to mark on the rock. And here's a couple different examples. Here's aguas calientes in the rough. You'll see the stone itself is actually really receptive to being worked with dental tools, and this is it when I've flaked everything off. This is Slaughter Mountain, big giant pillowy bubbles, and you can candle it against the light and see that it's going to be 4 individual stones. That's why I have this foil here, so I don't get blinded, and also I can hold the stone up against it, and then I can come by with a Sharpie and mark off exactly where I'm going to cut. Very useful tool. So this is Slaughter Mountain. This is Deer Creek. I love the formations in both of these. And then this is the Aguas Calientes. This is really fun to work because it's a lot easier to get off. So make sure you have your protection. You might even want some hearing protection. This next part is going to get loud. So I've come in and marked off the stone, candling it, and again I'm cutting well above the stone because I can always go down a little further, but if you cut into that fire agate, you're going to be really sorry. I've done it plenty of times. Again, without a free hand it's going to be hard to demonstrate, but this stone, this Deer Creek, is really receptive to being worked with dental tools. You can get down in there and flake most of that off. Alright, so this is one of the cutoff wheels that I'll be using. And just make sure you keep it wet, and they don't really hurt if you touch them to the end of your fingers, but you don't want to let it rest there for too long or it will cut you. As for using dental tools, these aren't very expensive and they'll save you a lot of wear and tear on your blades. This is behind a plexiglass shield, so I'm not going to get rock chips in my face, but I definitely recommend doing this outside or with eye protection for sure. Probably both. And you can kind of work it. I don't like to get too close to the rock, or you can dip into that. For the cutting portion, I have 2 different methods. I've already marked the rock off. I'm using a slightly smaller wheel because it's not too deep. I'm using lots of water. And I'm going to make 2 different types of cuts. I'm going to cut above the stone and into it, but I'm also going to come down from the top and cut cross hatches into the stone. And I'll show you what that's like when I'm done. That portion gets kind of noisy, so I spared you. And you might be able to see the cross hatches in there. I've come in like this, and I've come in like this, and I cut down just above the line of the chalcedony that I'm going to. And I can come in and flake these out. And they flake out fairly easily. Just a little bit of pressure. And I had to stop the video while I was doing the cutting. It's not really safe to be focusing on making sure it's in focus. Alright, you'll see like it's been knocked down considerably. Then I'll grind down with an 80 grit to that line, and if there's any spots that I missed, I come in, cut more cross hatches, and then finish it that way. Thanks for watching, and thanks for your question, Cam. I hope it's been helpful. If you need anything else, please feel free to ask.